So come up to me later and I'll do it private.
So, this is my first convention ever. So
Welcome!
I'm here for my first fun.
Is this the first panel?
Yeah.
I'm your first panel at Oh, I'm gonna wreck this for you.
My question is, if you could portray yourself as any cartoon character, who would it be and why?
Children like me because I think they think that I am a cartoon character. Everything on me is a little exaggerated. I have a kind of a high-pitched voice. I dated somebody that looked like Barney Rubble for 7 years. Like, very much like Barney Rubble. If I were going to be a cartoon character, I think Speed Racer is hot. I kind of want to be Speed Racer. Or like...
Roadrunner.
Oh, I would never want to be Roadrunner. That's too much physical activity. Anything that runs. I wouldn't want to be Tom or Jerry. Woody Woodpecker I've always liked. I identify with Pinocchio for obvious reasons. I have a big nose and I was called Pinocchio as a child and now I embrace it. Pinocchio's awesome. Yeah, probably Pinocchio. Or that cat. Did he have a cat? Yeah, maybe that cat. No, I want to be Jiminy Cricket. He was charming, he could sing, and he was little. Or Mr. Peanut. I also like Mr. Peanut. No, I want to be Jiminy Cricket, not Mr. Peanut. But I do like Woody Woodpecker, but he's so annoying. So here's what the cartoon character I don't like. I don't like Foghorn Leghorn, because everybody who does a southern accent tries to do Al talk like that. Kevin Spacey, when he was on, I couldn't watch that show before he was, I knew he was a bad guy from a long time ago, but I couldn't watch that show because he talks like Foghorn Leghorn. You know, he was like, he talks like, I have all the power. Nobody talks like that. Nobody has ever talked like that. You want to come in here and usurp my power? Nobody talks like that. Foghorn Leghorn talks like that. I say, I'm running for president. Yeah, I really don't remember how that came about. What did you ask? I'm just curious. I'm not gonna answer it.
You're a cartoon character.
Oh yeah. That all was relevant. That all was relevant. But it would not be Foghorn Leghorn. I dated Barney Rubble. He looked just like Barney Rubble. He came up to me at a bar, and I told him this: I'm not going to date you because I'm going to Hollywood one day to be a famous actor. Like, so stupid. So dumb. I was young. I was really young. And then he pursued me, and then I wound up giving in, and then we were together for 7 years. But he looked like Barney Rubble. But the Barney Rubbleness of it never bothered me. Barney Rubble's kind of cute. If you had to choose between Barney and Fred, you probably want to be with Barney. I'm not going to say, something popped in my head, but I'll come up to me and I'll say it privately. After I sing the song to you. Are there a lot of children here right now? How many? If there's a child here, scream. How old?
Almost 2.
Oh. You have another 3 years. No, yeah, no. Oh yeah, you don't remember. I don't remember anything until I was 4. One of my first memories is my mother and aunt fighting over my birthday cake. My aunt made me a teddy bear shaped cake. And I didn't remember the argument they told me as an adult. My mother accused my aunt of buying a store-bought cake and it was homemade. And my Aunt Joyce got so mad she threw it on the ground. That's one of my first memories. And I know I went, well Joyce, this cake tastes good. Is it store-bought? No, it's not, I made it. It tastes store-bought though, doesn't it? It tastes so good. And then my mother, probably browbeat her into throwing it to the floor. I mean, I get it, I would throw that cake on the floor. Did you guess the number?
No, my number is 88.
88. Oh yeah. There are videos of cartoon characters doing things. Are you aware of this? Doing extracurricular activities. And I stumbled upon one of those that Barney Rubble was in. Fred would not have been happy. Little FYI. It just popped in my head. Once you see something you can't unsee, What I was doing this movie once, this TV show, this zombie show, and the guy, the focus puller. Do you know what a focus puller is? It's literally the guy who goes, is sitting at camera, and he pulls a tape measure out, and whatever your actions are, and he has a little focus knob. So as the scene goes, you're always in focus. Or if I'm talking to you, and then they rack focus, so I'm blurry, and you're, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So but it's a job that has a lot of face time with the actor. So he was probably like near retirement age, and like a cowboy boot wearing, cowboy hat wearing, good old boy. So I would get songs stuck in his head, and like Baby One More Time, or like some Backstreet, like all poppy stuff that a man who looked like him probably would sing. And I could hear it all the time. They're like, one more time. And I'm like, I did that to you. And so he got the ultimate revenge. One day I was trying to get a Backstreet Boys song stuck in his head, and he came up to me and did this. And it's awful. It's awful. Do not look at this. Once you see this, you will not be able to unsee it. It has changed the course of my life. He came up to me and said this, do you know what sounding is? And I was like, I do not. I Googled it. I will never, ever, ever mess with an older person ever again. It was the ultimate mic drop trump card. It's something that I think about in quiet times in the middle of the night. It is so disturbing that once you see, you cannot unsee it. It is awful. I don't understand. People are weird. It's bad. It's very bad. And I showed it, but because it traumatized me so much, I've had to show it to like 40 other people because I shouldn't have to bear that alone. But don't look at it. I'm telling you, this is one time, it's like, if it's wet paint, don't touch it. Everybody's going to touch that. I'm telling you not to do this. You will not be happy. Your life will not be more rich after you do this. It will diminish your life immeasurably. Do not Google sounding. Hi. Wait, I should be over here, right? That was a little bit of a false start here. Hi.
How are you? I'm Donna.
I'm amazing. Donna?
How are you?
Good. Did you say your name is Donna?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I understand about the sound one because she sent me a picture of it because I didn't know what it was.
It's awful. It's awful. Why would you do that?
I don't know. It's really painful.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Staten Island.
I could never have guessed that in a million years.
My question is,
Mm.
have you had
Are we related? That's what I do.
any more reincarnation incidents?
No, so she's talking about one time I got so high I thought I was a Mary Pickford reincarnated, the world's first movie star. It's something that happened, it really happened. I was a brand new weed smoker. I went and bought weed alone. I rolled a joint that was basically the shape of an envelope because I didn't know what I was doing. So I ended up smoking like a quarter of an ounce of weed or something, like this. It's not drawing, it's not, but I got insanely stoned. So I'll cut out the middleman, and I thought I was Mary Pickford reincarnated, and it put me into a place, a very scared place. And, but I wasn't. I'm not Mary Pickford. I was so high, I thought she died the same year I was born. That's not true. I know what year I was born. She did not die the same year I was born. But I believe that she did, and I was looking at it thinking, oh, that was the year I was born. It's not. Weed isn't for me. Although somebody in the band turned me on to weed gummies for fun, and you just don't care. So it does soften it for me. Although I didn't take one all the way here, but I went to the lounge and got some drinks. You haven't asked me a question yet, have you? Did you? What was it? Oh yeah, I got high. I thought I was very good. I did too. What's your name and your guest? Oh, you're Donna. Do people sing this to you? And I keep wondering who's holding Donna now.
That one I never get. I love that one.
That's a great song.
It is a great song.
That's when people used to dance like this. It's 80s, right? It's like,
That's right. Is that going to be like
Oh, that's a good song. We don't usually typically pick a lot of slow songs, but if somebody did that, I think we could probably pull it out. Yeah. What's your guess at the number?
Well, because nobody gave you any foreplay, I'm going to choose 69.
Awesome. There has to be. If there's not one, I would be disappointed. Yeah, I mean, it's not 69, but at some days, sometime it will be. You'll never know. So somebody's gonna have to guess it every time. Or maybe it'll always be 69 from now on. Or maybe it won't. I control this. I'm the boss of this. I'm in control of the world's shittiest game show. Hello?
How are you?
Am I? Yeah. Am I dark here? Yeah. I felt that. Although I probably look younger here. So Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm amazing. Sickeningly so.
So my question is if Garth wasn't a werewolf, if there was any other supernatural character you would be?
Jody Mills. They're female characters. Ellen, I like. I would never want to be Bobby, because I got a lot of crap for even wearing the hat, which I stole, by the way. I have that hat. They don't ever give you anything. They only ever gave me Mr. Fizzles, because Mr. Fizzles is the voice of Mr. Fizzles is the voice I used to talk to my dog in. I had this dog who was pouring too much water in his brain. He could only walk in a circle. All my animal stories are tragic. But they told me he would die when he was 2, but he lived to be 10. This dog pissed on my belongings for 10 years, and I loved him. He was like having a giant hamster. He could literally only walk in a circle, so he'd see you over there, circle over here, fall down, circle over there, fall down, but he'd always make his way to you. And his penis was too big for his body, so every time he peed on his chest, every time. His tongue was too big, he could never close his mouth. He was a series of genetic, I had to have his kneecaps replaced. It cost me $5,000 a year every year of his life in vet bills, but I loved him to pieces. And he was not responsive, but he responded to that voice, that Mr. Fizzle's voice. So Supernatural gave me that puppet. And then like a year later, I zipped him up in my luggage and I had to have him rewoven. So now I don't travel with him because he's special to me, but I've been offered a lot of money for him. But I made replica puppets of the mittens that we sold for St. Jude. Which is a really great thing. For all of you who bought them, thank you so much. I St. Jude's very close to my heart. As a child, I had cancer, and they paid when we couldn't, which is amazing, right? I wanted to go on for a billion years. You didn't ask me. Did you ask me anything? What was it? Tell me what it was. See if I can guess.
It was if you weren't a werewolf.
Oh yeah, Ellen or Jody Mills. Ellen really got. I thought I heard footsteps. Ellen really got the shafts, right? They blew her up in her bar, didn't they? It wasn't her bar. Whose bar was it? A surplus store. Was she a bar owner? Okay. I mean that's the through line. It should tell you a lot about personality. Like the first thing I think of, a bar. I do love bars. Bars are like community centers for me. You go there, you read, you get your work done. I mean, you don't have to get loaded all the time, but you sit there and you don't have to tell anybody where you're going. It's like a very down market Soho house. You know those things where like rich people and yuppies and all that stuff go to have meetings and stuff. Everything I do is at a bar. I was on a kickball team at a bar. I'm the captain of the trivia team at the bar. I like bars. What's your guess at the number?
32.
32. What's your name?
Isabella.
Isabella. I'm not promoting drink. I mean, I'm not a role model. Don't follow me. One look into the closet in my bedroom, and nobody would ever want to do anything I do. It's a nightmare. Hi.
Hi DJ, my name is Pepper. My question is, have you acquired any new Egyptian artifacts?
No, but I just bought a claw foot from an ancient Roman vessel. It's about this big, it's bronze. It's cute. It was like $70. There's an auction house in, go to liveauctioneers.com. There's an auction house called Palmyra Heritage, I think. And they have like, you can buy like 2,000-year-old Mexican whistles for like 40 bucks. Because these things are not plentiful. These aren't things that are going to wind up in museums. They're just cool little things. But my favorite things are Egyptian burial figures. That's what you're talking about. But they've become very expensive. And so I bought a bunch of them. So now I'm moving on to, I'm really into pre-Columbian stuff right now. Like ancient Mexico stuff. The market also is depressed in that. So things that cost $30,000, because it was a big run on it in the 50s. $30,000 of 1950s money you could pick up for like $300 now. So, and also with the rise of affluent Latin Americans, they're going to want their stuff back. So, buy it now, sell it back to them, or give it back to them. But there's just so much of it. These aren't rare things. This culture, these are 2,000 years old. Like every person who died had like 1,000 of these like figures. So they're not rare things. And basically, I look at it like this: you're taking it. Museums would just have it in a storage room because they're not museum grade. But you're taking care of it, and you're teaching. You're learning about history, and it makes you understand humanity and our place in the world and where we came from. I love this kind of stuff. Also, any excuse to buy something. I love buying things. Isn't it awesome? Did you guess at the number? Okay, perfect. Thank you for playing the World Studios Game Show. Hello? Oh, you didn't guess? Well, I decided that you did. I'm going to guess for you. What's your name?
Pepper.
And here's the thing, Pepper. I looked at the list and everything, and there was, Isabella was the last one at 32. So I don't know what happened there. Don't pull it right out of a $10 item. You won't like the result. I'm not going to think about it. What was your guess?
21.
21. Perfect. Is it big? I can close. I can tell you that. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm amazing.
It's
Are you in my line with a pillow that's not me?
Sammy!
I'm joking, but I sleep with myself every night. I have a large pillow and I sleep with it every single night. I put my left arm on it. I do every night, and that tells you that I sleep alone.
I felt bad because Sam's not, or Jared's not here, so I was like, we're good.
Is Jared not coming this weekend?
Did you not know that?
No, I don't like to know things. No, I didn't know. No, I mean, it impacts you guys more than it impacts me. I love him, but I see a lot of him. I mean, we can't get away from each other. I see these people more than any person in my life. Yeah, they're coming out to get me. Did you ask me a question, or did you just tell me? Oh, I bogarted your time. Ask me a question.
What was your thought process when they asked you to come in as a werewolf?
I was pissed. I was at a wine tasting. I sat on the curb and drank wine like Britney Spears did at that gas station in 2007. That's where I was. People taking photos of me. I was Max. I thought they were going to have to kill me. I didn't know how they were going to ride around that because monsters have to be killed. But I survived. Thank you guys so much for my panel. By the way, that the winning number was 71, and it was 71. And Pepper, was it Pepper? All right. Oh no. Charlotte, 77 was the closest. Is that right? No. So 69 actually was the winner. This game's so unhinged. Come on up here. Who got 69? Donna. And I keep wondering who's holding down now. Here you go. Here's your disco Mary. And a hug. All right. Yep. Come on up here. Thank you, Donna. Your accent is adorable. And you'll never lose it. I know you can't.